Hey guys, Anesto here, and today we're just doing a quick summary of this Sharp by Design, Brian Nadeau Designs. That's the owner of Sharp by Design, that's his logo right there. There we go. Evo Typhoon. And these are very, 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 very popular, and I'm going to link the full review down below, at the end of the video, I guess. Maybe down below, I don't know. Who knows? I've been doing it down at the end of the video, but I might just go back to just saying best recommended and put the actual full review down below. In the description is what I mean by that. These are very popular and for good reason. These are freaking fantastic designs. Brian Nadeau is just an insane. He is probably top of my list. Absolute top, undoubtedly, for custom to work. I want some of his customs. Can't afford them right now. But hopefully I will be able to someday. Or justify them at least someday. 3 3/4 inch blade length. Overall, 8.5. That's all we're doing for specs. This is fully aspirated with this beautiful polish on the like chamfers for the aspirations. This is obviously going to be lighter than the non-aspirated version, so weight will vary for this knife. This one has the Bowie clip point. There is a drop point. There is a beautiful freaking Tonto. These do not come around that often. You can't just buy them. You have to go to the secondary, and when they do, they oftentimes don't stick around for long. Why? Because they're popular. Why? Because they're great. Honestly, Reates makes these for Brian Nadeau, and I don't know what his specs he gives to Reates, but he gets some of the best work out of Reates imaginable. The finish, the consistency, the weight, every knife feels so similar and so well done. I mean, yes, it's using his I don't know if it's proprietary, but it's his detent nub. It's not a detent ball. It's that little ledge in there that is super consistent and gives a very snappy detent. But, I mean, the clamshell construction, the stuff he gives Reates must just be extra detailed or something, because they just come out so well. I have multiple of his knives from Reates. I have 2 of the mini version of this knife from Reates. And they just feel so wonderful. This is premium knife category, which is sort of like a 300 to 500 range for me. This is some of the peak stuff. This is... It's hard to say there's many things that can just straight up beat this. It is so well done. And so consistently well done. The only thing I don't love about this are his clips. I wish they were rounded more. They're a little bit squared more than they need to be. I wish they were just full-on contoured, much like the knife, right? The knife is just this beautiful contour and this beautiful soft smoothness. I wish that was carried over the clips. They're a little bit more blocky than they need to be. That said, in the hand, well, I can feel it in the push grip. Like, up here is fine. It's super comfortable. No, I can still feel the clip. The Gorilla Grip on the clip is not great. I can feel it. It's not terrible, but you can definitely feel it. Basic using of this knife, saber grip kind of thing, the way you're going to be 99.9% of the time, most likely, unless you're consistently just having to push this. And even this is not bad. Like, if you really choke up here, for my hands, it's pretty darn comfortable. But most of the time you're here, super comfortable. It works perfectly. But if we're going to nitpick something, and that's kind of the point of this, that'd be my only nitpick. That'd be my only complaint, like, ever, on pretty much any of his knives. Because they come so darn consistently and so darn wonderfully. I mean, this one might be the least drop shutty of all the ones I have of his knives, and that's still not bad. Like, right? They're shake shut knives. I think he does that on purpose. They're too consistent to be not tuned that way on purpose. I don't know. They're just amazing. I love them. You got titanium. There's ones with inlays. 6-gun pivot. His very stylized, and he's got sort of a refined minimalist but aesthetic, but there's a style to it, and I can't quite place it. It almost looks a little sort of like a Asian Japanese aesthetic to it. Just the shape, the flow. I don't know. It is simple, straightforward, usable knives that are just wonderful, that have just that little bit of extra personal flair that you get with his designs. They're wonderful. They're expensive, but they're wonderful. Thin M390. And you can even though it's tight in there, you can definitely reverse flick this knife. I love pretty much anything he does. I've got a production version of everything but the Void, and I want one. Sharp out design. You can't go wrong with them. They're some of the best premium knives you can get, as far as I am concerned. I mean, Reates does a good job, but he manages to just get that little extra out of them. It's tight in there. It is tight in there. That's the Evo Typhoon. This is the full-size one. Though I think there is technically a field-grade custom version that I think is slightly larger. Yeah. That's all I have to say. This was a little quick summary, a little quick look at the knife. Just, I love it. It's wonderful. So many details. Clamshell construction. Just fantastic. I wouldn't be surprised if on his site right now he has maybe his mini chicane model. That's a much more swooping sort of Persian-esque style, so it's not for everyone, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of those are available. I'm pretty sure some of the mini Evos, this but slightly smaller, are floating around in a few places, which is mind-boggling to me, but I think that's the case. I love them. I recommend them. That's all. Thanks for watching.